Dear friends, welcome to Know Thyself YouTube Channel. Good morning. Hope you are all staying safe and keeping well. I sincerely thank all of you who have subscribed to this channel and follow the channel. If you find the contents of the videos uploaded in this channel useful, please subscribe to this channel and click the notification or the bell icon so that you can be notified when a video is uploaded. Kindly share the videos with others or on the internet. In the last two episodes of Know Your Personality segment, we focused our attention on the type 2 personality of Enneagramic-Jesus, namely his helping and caring nature, and saw that though Jesus was always ready to help the one in need, he neither suffered from the compulsion of needing to be needed by making others dependent on him, nor was he caught up with avoidance of ignoring his own needs. In this episode, we will consider how Enneagram Type 2 persons can learn to deal with their compulsion and avoidance from Enneagramic-Jesus Type 2 personality so as to live a compulsion and avoidance-free life with themselves, others, and God. Firstly, Jesus, in living out his type 2 Enneagram personality, was never caught up with the avoidance of his personal needs. Despite his constant reaching out to people in service and care, Jesus found time to focus on his own physical, mental, and spiritual needs. There are many passages in the Gospels that speak of Jesus spending late nights and early mornings in solitude and silence so as to strengthen him spiritually to carry out his ministry of love and service of others. For example, Mark chapter 1 verse 35. Similarly, he withdrew from the crowd so as to find personal time to spend with the 12 apostles after they returned from their successful missionary journey. Luke chapter 9 verse 10. As an Enneagram Type 2 person, you can learn from the Type 2 Enneagramic Jesus this quality of seeking solitude and silence to reflect on your life and relationships, to allow God's light to penetrate your inner self, to stabilize yourself internally, and to cope with your negative emotions. You will tend to avoid such a reflective prayer because deep down inside, you want to spend your time doing things for others, which includes God as well. You are innately reluctant to let others or God do anything for you. Since time spent in solitude is not doing anything, it may make you uneasy. However, you must learn from Jesus to find time to focus on your physical, mental, and spiritual needs. You should find time for self-reflection so that you can identify your own wants, needs, and desires, and let others and God care for you. For Christian faith and salvation in Christ is centered on being cared for by God and what God does for the human person. Thus, self-reflection in solitude would help you understand how salvation in Christ affects your life, how you think of yourself, and how you meet your own wants, needs, and desires. Secondly, besides caring for his spiritual needs, through moments of solitude and silence, Jesus also took care of his physical and mental needs by being with friends like Lazarus, Martha, and Mary, and let them take care of him. Likewise, he also enjoyed a reasonably good social life by joining celebrations such as wedding at Cana and parties arranged both by his Pharisee and publican friends like Simon the Pharisee, Matthew, and Zacchaeus. Hence, living his Enneagramic Type 2 personality, Jesus did not get lost in serving others, but was aware of his needs and gave himself the self-care he needed. As a Type 2 person, you can learn from Type 2 Enneagramic Jesus to identify your own wants, needs, and desires and fulfill them, instead of wearing yourself out helping others in order to get love and appreciation from others. Like Jesus, you must attend to your own personal needs by giving yourself the self-care you need. Likewise, you must learn from Jesus to let other people care for you and serve you. Thirdly, even though Jesus was a sensitive person who was thoughtful of other people's needs, empathetic towards persons who were in trouble, and ever ready to reach out to people in service, he never suffered from the compulsion of being needed by others. He had no obsession of being wanted or needed. He neither attempted to make others to depend on him, nor tried to win love and commitment from others by force. As an Enneagram Type 2 person, you can come to terms with your compulsion of needing to be needed by being open to Type 2 personality of Enneagramic Jesus. When you do this, you will realize that real love and other attributes associated with it, such as concern, care, appreciation, acknowledgement, and the like, cannot be won forcefully, neither from God nor from other human beings. Love, by its very nature, is a free gift from God and others. God freely chooses to love his people, and they do not gain God's love by doing anything for God. Likewise, people do not love others because the other persons serve their needs, nor because they need them, but freely choose to love or not to love. The more you, as a Type 2 person, recognize the grace of divine love, a free gift from God to you is that which makes you lovable, the more you will realize that you are lovable because of what you are and what God has made you to be, and not because of what you do for others. This in turn would help you to accept the richness of your personality and acknowledge it with gratitude. Your consciousness of the richness of your personality would facilitate you to develop a greater sense of self-worth and self-esteem and be detached from people's praise and appreciation for you being generous and helpful to them. This realization can assist you to validate yourself as loving, helpful, and unselfish, instead of wearing the mask of the helper to get recognition, validation, and acceptance from others. Thus, Type 2 Enneagramic Jesus can make you realize that your true value lies in your inner richness, and to stop seeing your value in terms of what you do for others and the appreciation you receive from others, thereby get out of your compulsion of needing to be needed. If you can model your life after the Type 2 Enneagramic Jesus by cultivating and practicing the above described attitudes and allow them to penetrate your life and actions, you would be free of your compulsion and avoidance and move towards the perfect way of living you desire as the child of God. It would help you to recognize that you have gifts of love enshrined in you, and you let it be used to bring smiles to people's faces, to alleviate their sufferings, and to change their world. It would also help you to recognize that you have your own needs, just as others have their needs, and try to fulfill them without depending on others for your self-validation. Thus, Type 2 Enneagramic Jesus can assist you to help others and make them happy. without forgetting to save a little bit of your special gift of loving and caring for yourself as well, thereby make you a more balanced type 2 personality. In the next 6 episodes, we will spell out the spiritual journey of Enneagram Type 3, the achiever performer. Thank you for watching this video. Stay blessed until we see you again with another video.